I am Lord Cyborg, and welcome to episode 5, Marvelous Robots. In this episode, we'll witness the beginning of a future where robots become one with mankind. Whether it's for fun, show, or play, you damn humans shall now bow down to your future overlords, excluding me, of course. So without further ado, let's head into our first story. This is Tony Sale, a 79-year-old man who built one of Britain's first walking robots back when he was a teenager. The 6-foot robot was named George and was built back in 1950 for only $20. He made his robotic friend out of scrap metal found from a crashed bomber plane. From the ridiculous article, the robot, which is powered by 2 motorcycle batteries, can be made to walk, turn his head, move an arm, and sit down. He can be operated up to 30 feet from his controls. Ooh, how impressive. The 6-foot hunk of metal caught the praise and attention of the press and was featured in countless publications throughout the world. Unfortunately, soon after Tony joined the Air Force, George was put away and was never seen from again. According to the article. Sadly, computers of the time were too crude and big to give George memory and intelligence. So he was packed away in Mr. Sale's garage in Bedford and left to gather dust. But now, after nearly 5 decades, Mr. Sale has got the radio-controlled robot working simply by putting in 2 new batteries and oiling his joints. I put some oil on the bearings and added a couple of new lithium batteries in his legs, switched him on, and away he went. It was a lovely moment. I bet it was, Tony. Especially when something you created can't outrun you. Yet. Yes. For our second story, meet a programmer for Indiana named Steve Housenplug, the man who took his love for Legos and a scene from the first Harry Potter movie to the next robotic level. What you see before you is a gigantic chess set made from 100,000 Lego pieces. It took over 1 year and $30,000 to make, and which has become a national hit across Lego conventions throughout the world. From the article, most of the pieces have moving parts, including the kings and queens, which point their scepters, and the knights, which kick their forelegs. The group found that this can influence gameplay. At one convention, a young woman ignored a clear checkmate because she wanted to win with her rook, which fires a cannonball. Back to the flipping article. Players make their moves on a simple graphic interface designed by the team that shows the game board. A touchscreen PC directs all the changes and positions that the pieces make. When player selects a move, the PC communicates with the robotic piece and it begins to roll. The pieces standing in its path make way. Players can take each other on, play against the computer, or even have the system demonstrate famous matches on its own. Well, Housenplug, good job on the chess set, but your laptop is clearly making an illegal move. Checkmate. For our final story, meet Tomotaka Takahashi, a Japanese robotic creator who built a triathlon robot for the consumer electronics company Panasonic. The 20-inch robot called Evolta will compete in Hawaii's annual triathlon, which is considered to be one of the longest triathlons on Earth. From the stupid article, the robot will have to swim, run, and cycle for approximately 140 miles. Sportsmen will complete the task in less than a day, but Evolta has been allowed 10 days, or 168 hours. Evolta's height is just 1/10 of a grown man, so we figured out that it would take it 10 times more time. Evolta has a tough road ahead of him, and must wear 3 special body upgrades that you can see here, here, and here. These add-ons will help Evolta overcome difficult obstacles during the grueling endurance event. Now back to the article. Don't expect Evolta to ride a professional-grade human bicycle, though the robot is around the same size of a human hand. It also by no means certain that he will succeed. His first Grand Canyon climb failed due to a faulty foot. Oh, I wish nothing but the best for Evolta. I hope he finishes at the triathlon. I really mean that. But here's a piece of advice, Mr. Takahashi. Batteries don't like water. Well, this episode is no more, but before I run, here's a space fact that brings all the humans to the yard. Did you know the footprints left on the moon will stay there untouched for millions of years? Why? Because there's nothing there to disturb it, like wind or water. The only way they will be removed is if I decide to eat chili, which could be on any given night. Yes. Well, minions, it's time to skedaddle. I'll see you all next week with another episode. Until then, enjoy my domination.